Well, President William Ruto's UDA party could soon find itself in a major hurdle of containing possible fallout if a directive by the Registrar of Political Parties and Deritu is anything to go by. Deritu had last week directed the party to conclude its party elections soon as possible, but not later than 180 days. Now, it is not lost on political observers that internal wrangles and simmering fallout were the very reason these primaries were halted in the first place. Yet, with this time-bound directive, the ghost of the fallout will be reawakened.
It was on the 9th of September 2023 when the UDA party first made announcements of party elections that was meant to quote-unquote build the party into a national party. At the time, party leader President William Ruto affirmed that the elections were to be held 3 months from then, in December of 2023.
Uchaguzi ni December na tunaanza pale kwa polling station kwa sababu tunataka kuhakikisha ya kwamba chama ni institution ya governance.
Yet with only 22 days shy of 1 year since that promise, those elections are yet to be concluded. The party did attempt to hold elections, and in fact the exercise was concluded in the counties of Busia and Homa Bay, but internal wrangles eclipsed the elections as different party stakeholders wanted to shape the election, positioning the results in a way that will meet their individual interests. Wrangles that eventually had the exercise initially intended to be conducted in phases to be halted, leaving a cosmetic aura of peace, an aura which is now on the line following the Registrar of Political Party and Deritu's directive that these elections be concluded in 180 days from the 6th of August 2024. That means by February the 2nd, 2025. The letter reads in part, and I quote, "In line with good governance practices and the mandate of this office, the party is hereby directed to finalize the party elections as soon as practically possible, but not later than 180 days from the date of this letter." End of quote. A rift had begun to emerge between different stakeholders, and more so between allies of President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua, as both strategically angled for the control of key slots in the party. In Nairobi, for instance, there was a tough battle between Governor Johnson Sakaja and Embakasi North Member of Parliament James Gakuya over the party county chairmanship. Gachagua was clearly behind Gakuya, a man who in the current circumstances appears to have lost favor and has even been associated with funding protesters against Ruto's administration. Such fights now expected to be reignited. UDA Acting Secretary General Omar Hassan told Nation.Africa on phone that it is a risk we have to take, divisive as it may. It is something that we have to do. We must be guided by the democratic values and allow members to install their party officials. On his part, Anthony Mwaura, who is the party's National Elections Board chairman, said that the exercise must be concluded by end of this year. "We are going to start the elections again in November when schools are closed. The plan is to have the elections concluded in all the areas by December the 15th. End of quote. So what lay in waiting for the largest single party in Kenya? Only time will tell. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.